Hi Gemini, let's do your reading. So I'm just going to go over your pre-shuffle real quick. This is a general reading for, let me turn off my phone, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So just know that it's general, don't force it, take what resonates and leave the rest. But just off the bat for pre-shuffle, it looks like what we have is somebody who is really trying hardcore to figure out some deception, and they just keep going right back into it. It might be like that circling the loop of going through the sequence of events, like what went wrong, what happened, like, but you just kind of keep circling a loop that doesn't really get you anywhere but figuring out the exact same stuff. But there's a lot of curiosity and inquisitive energy here. And then you've got this burden, this Ten of Wands, you know, heavily burdened, facing something deceptive. So it may also have to do, it may have to do with a earth sign or something financial, because I keep getting like King of Pentacles kind of energy. So Five of Pentacles, feeling left out of something, you know, that kind of is that abandoned, and then maybe waiting for that to come around, or waiting, or it's just a feeling misunderstood or not understanding something. But we'll see. We'll ask some really detailed questions. So how are you? Hope you're doing well. What's going on for Gemini? Okay, Six of Pentacles. So it kind of feels like I did everything I could. I gave and gave. So there's that Ten of Pentacles again. Okay. When does it pay off? Everything I put into something. When am I going to be recognized? Something like that. So I kind of feel like, you know, sometimes we get in that thing where we feel like if we aren't, or somebody isn't seeing our value, we try to show it more. And that doesn't usually work. But that looks like that might be what's going on. Trying to figure out how to get someone to recognize your value. Yeah, see the Seven of Pentacles, it's like waiting. Didn't I just say that? I was feeling the Seven of Pentacles is, I've done all this hard work. Where's the reward? When do I get recognized? I'm going to keep that out. But let's keep going. Okay, so Gemini, your current energy. The Magician. Okay, so this is really, really good. So this is still an element, I'm sorry, I'm not focused. An element of manifesting and being a creator. So the Magician is powerful. The Magician is somebody who can make things happen. Just make sure you're directing it in the right place, you know, not trying to make something happen in an area that involves somebody else. Well, that's not always completely true. I mean, sometimes you do want to show other people your value, and maybe, you know, in a work position, but just be careful where you put this energy. If you're putting it somewhere that's not really someplace that you should be, then you're taking that energy away from where you could be putting it that you should be. Does that make sense? Okay, we've got King of Cups. A person or situation on your mind. Wow, Two of Cups. Seven of Cups is option. So this is how they view you. Okay, well, you may be, it looks like competition. Wow, Emperor. Okay, the person you're dealing with, it looks like they see that they have control. How they view the situation, Emperor. Looks like they know that they're the ones holding all the cards. The Chariot. So, okay, the person that you're dealing with looks like they're trying to make a decision. It looks like they're trying to choose between you maybe and someone else. What you cannot see behind the scenes is the Fool. Aries energy. Being free of something. Somebody jumping off a cliff, taking a chance, breaking free of something to start something new. Wow. Tarot's advice. That's freaking powerful, isn't it? The Death card. Look at that string. He's so close to cutting it off. So we're going to clarify big time on that. So in the position of Tarot's advice, if you choose to take it, the Death card, which is a transition. I mean, death doesn't always mean literal death in tarot. Wow. Outcome, 7 of Swords. Yeah, this is a powerful reading. Oh my gosh. So, sneaking off or avoiding. Jeez. Let's scoot back so you guys can see a little better. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. This looks like it might be time for you to pull your power back. Now, we don't have clarifiers yet, so, you know, it will, clarifiers do change things. Look at this bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. Happy life, happy wife, health, wealth, happiness, kind of like a overall happiness. Great. Okay, let's dive in. Why do we have the Magician for Gemini's energy? Gemini, I feel like what you're doing right now is trying to figure out what you do, what you should be putting your energy into. So even if we read downwards on this row, we've got the Magician, we have options, and freeing yourself. If we go across, what you're manifesting is love, something equal. And clarifying, we have the 7 of Wands. Don't lower your value is big time happening here. Big time message. But I don't think you have to do anything big and drastic, you know. It's like you don't want to... this is pulling so much something. I'm not positive or don't have all the details yet. We'll clarify, but it's like almost like don't totally... Like don't burn bridges is what I'm getting here. Don't burn bridges, but at the same time, don't stoop to someone else's level or it's kind of like you just kind of like put that in the back burner area. It's not your main focus anymore, you know, something like that. Tell me about this King of Cups for overall energy. So there's so much love and affection, I think, attention that you have to give to someone. It might need to come in the form of redirecting it towards yourself. Maybe the energy, maybe you've been putting way too much focus on someone else and directing your attention into someone else, and it's left you feeling empty. So, you know, maybe there's a solution of the 9 of Pentacles is financial independence. It's being free. It's being able to be okay on your own. It's self-care, self-love. It's often wealth. Something that you've been putting way too much into someone else needs to go back into yourself. There's that Page of Swords again. Okay, why do we have the 2 of Cups for this person or situation? Strength. Somebody, again, it's like the Strength is balancing between the Lion and the Lamb. The person or situation you're dealing with, they've got options. They're trying to figure it out. And which is what everybody should do. Everybody should do that if they have multiple options. I mean, be careful not to get sucked into the, well, you know, F you if you're going to treat me like an option. I mean, that's, of course, a good... I mean, these, you know, little phrases that we hear online and we see, it's like you can't just take them at face value. Somebody has options. They should weigh them carefully. That's what this person is doing. So you wouldn't want them to make a hasty or rash decision that they question later, right? You want people need to do what's best for themselves. But don't, you know, you don't want to, just don't burn bridges is what this is getting big time, coming through big time. And I'm not sure why, because it looks like the outcome is avoidance or deception. But we'll keep going. So, 7 of Cups for this person, how they view you. Temperance. Again, patience, balance. It's trying to figure it out. Balance. It's really trying to not make a move or not, pursue or over pursue or under pursue until they know. Let's one more on that. Temperance. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. We also have Scorpio. We have Cancer. Wow. Now we have the Emperor and the Empress. The Empress is somebody who, it's creation. It's somebody who's loving, self-nurturing, showing she's holding her tummy. The number 3 might be significant, but we've got Emperor and Empress. Somebody may be waiting to find out what's the best option based on this Empress. Maybe there's I hate to say this, don't go nuts with this if you don't already know, but maybe there's a rebirth or a pregnancy or something like that in the possibility. This person, how they view the situation, the Emperor, this person actually might be somewhat burdened by the heaviness of having a decision to make. It may not be all rainbows and butterflies on their end either. They do think that they're in control. Why would the Emperor? Yeah, they feel trapped. So this person is burdened by this decision they have to make. And I don't know, this Empress is kind of there's that King of Pentacles I was feeling. So it does appear that there's a father energy here, a family. Somebody feels trapped by responsibility, possibly, and the heaviness of making a decision. What's the better decision for everyone involved? It could be, partially financially. Why do we have the Chariot? Again, which way do I go? This way. Somebody needs to make a decision. Their next moves are to make a decision between this way or that way. 3 of Cups. Oh, sorry for my camera. Celebration, friendships. I'm not sure. Let's see. Why the 3 of Cups on the Chariot? Five of Wands. So there's some friendships tied in here. Some other factors. See the 5 of Wands? That's bickering. It's gossip. So there might be some outside influencers trying to influence. I just think somebody's in a very difficult position, needing to make a decision, and somehow you're wrapped into that. But there is an element of gossip or being talked about. Somebody may be worried about their reputation. Kind of getting this person wishes they could free themselves of it. And if you look at this in a little bit different way, now that I've kind of softened towards their situation, I kind of get, if there is a way that you can not cut ties or not burn bridges completely, but if you can put yourself in a position of moving on with your life and not being bogged down, emotionally to this situation, it's kind of like if you can't be healthy and still hope for this to come around, then at that point, sometimes I think it is better to just cut it off and not have any, communication or ties. I don't think you burn bridges in a way that can't come back. unless you absolutely can't seem to just move on and go about your world in a healthy way, unless you completely cut it off. And that's why I think some people do abruptly end things that they shouldn't. But I feel like this is saying, you know, even though you may be hanging on by a thread, if you can avoid, well, we're going to clarify. Let me clarify. The person, what you cannot see is somebody is jumping off a cliff, taking a chance, freeing themselves of something. It may be they get news about birth, a child, and possible, I don't know, I'm feeling something there. The Fool card. Tell me more about the Fool card. Thank you. Queen of Cups. She kind of looks prayers too, huh? Yeah, look at that. I don't know. I wonder if there's a paternity test here for some of you. But, I mean, remember, we do have deception. You know, let's see. One more on that. Fool, jumping off a cliff from what? Or starting over from what? Again, there's a decision. Big decision here. Why do we have the Death card? What's the advice? We're going to have to pull an oracle for this, too. Again, decision, juggling. Do I stay? Do I go? What if you don't do either? What if you're able to move on with your life, do the things that you're supposed to do, redirect this energy onto yourself, but don't burn the bridge? One more on that. What do we have? Two of Pentacles. Don't let tarot keep you stuck. If tarot is keeping you stuck, you probably should take a break for a couple days, clear your energy. Thank you. Let's see. Page of Wands. Some of you might be trying to decide to check whether or not to get a personal reading. I feel like this is with communication. Don't totally shut off communication. Keep options open if you can do it in a healthy way. Okay, so what do we have outcome? Seven of Swords. What's the Seven of Swords? Queen of Pentacles. Again, mother, wife. Yeah, somebody's going to like flee a situation that they feel tied to is what I mean, again, it just really looks like whoever's made in this really tough decision, they are going to free themselves, flee, break free eventually. Don't know about time frame. So you just don't want to burn the bridge if you want this to happen. Hopefully you're going to put yourself in a position that's empowered and not relying. Your happiness should never rely on someone else. It should be look at this. Strong message. Treat yourself like you want somebody else to treat you. Turn that energy around. Treat yourself. So this is like swimming with sharks. You build yourself up and you do stuff, you know, nice things for yourself. You don't need it from other people so much. Nine of Cups, self-love, abundance, blessings. Give it to yourself. What's the avoidance in this? So another way I could read this is it looks like this Seven of Swords, somebody is fleeing a situation. Somebody else hanging on by a thread, but it's not going to be a cut. You know, your advice is not to cut total ties or not to burn a bridge, I believe. But at the same time, it's not to overinvest. You're going to stop investing in something, spinning your wheels, trying to figure something out. That might take a hardcore decision. Your habitual self is going to want to keep doing it because it's a habit, it's a pathway now. But if you make a really hardcore decision, I'm going to catch myself and I'm going to do it less and less, the redirecting your energy is going to build a new pathway and it will get stronger and stronger. But you are going to leave that situation, but not cut the tie. The person that you're dealing with, I believe they are going to end up fleeing that situation, probably come back to you when you're in a, but you in that meantime have had time to really build yourself back up and be in a good place. The Nine of Cups is abundance, it's blessings. You're going to be in a stronger place and more able to not, be, yeah, look at that. So you're probably going to end up, I think this person's going to come back. But it's not happening yet. Look at that Knight of Pentacles. I was just saying it's not happening yet. The Nine of Pentacles, there's going to be a healing period. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody that comes in slow and stable. We love the Knight of Pentacles because he comes in slow and stable. You see? And here's the Page of Pentacles. So clarifying this leaving situation, somebody's going to flee something. It's important. I mean, I can't stress enough. Don't put your life on hold. This looks like it's going to be somebody that comes back, but it's going to come back in a more stable way. Somebody is, I think, avoiding a tower, but they're going to probably come back with an offer. But I think an important step of that is for you to be in a place of self-sufficiency, feeling empowered, feeling not like you don't need someone else, Let me grab an oracle. Your dreams need a practical plan. Outside of this person is what I think. Okay. Bringing love into the situation. Aquarius energy. You can love someone and not be with them. Newsflash. Sometimes I say that and people are like, oh, yeah, just because you can't be with them right now doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't negate how you feel or their feelings for you. Yeah, look at the bigger picture. I think you got to look at the situation this other person is in and what they're having to deal with. And maybe even respect that they're trying to handle things the right way. Let's see, what else? Let's get a Observer, Unfinished Symphony, Regeneration. Wow. Look at this. Observer. Let it play out. I just got let it play out. Okay, look at the piano. You're going to sit back and just let things play out and not try to control. There will be a tower. This is like death card and renewal. So regeneration. This is powerful. So something's not done. It's not over. But it's not happening right now. So focus on, building yourself up. Whoops. Let's get one more, and then we'll wrap it up. Wow. I'm thinking of you right this moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So true. All right, you guys. Y'all, let's talk in the comments. I want to hear your story, how this resonated, and please hit subscribe. Let me know if you guys are not getting notified. If you're not getting notified, tap the bell. Make sure you've got all clicked and not custom, because that way you'll get the notifications. So you have to go to my channel to do that, but you do click on the bell for, obviously you have to be subscribed. Hopefully you're subscribed. Tap the bell, and then let's talk in the comments, okay? I love to hear your story, if you got notified, where you're watching from, and anything else you want to talk about. So I will see you guys soon. Bye, Gemini.